Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today on the NewsHour, we ask, what is the idea of India? Isn't the Constitution the very essence of what we are and what we aspire to be? Let's go back to our guiding document and remind ourselves of the vision of our founding fathers. This is part 3 of the Indian Constitution on fundamental rights. It has on top of the page an illustration of Lord Ram, Sita and Lakshman. The Maryada Purushottam is clearly the guiding light. Next, we get you the page on directive principles of state policy. Here an illustration shows Lord Krishna guiding Arjun, and today on Janmashtami there can't be a more emphatic guiding factor that guides this country. Now let's go to the part 12 on finance, property, contract, suits. This page in our constitution has an illustration of Nataraj. Although the framers of our constitution celebrated the wisdom of Hinduism and paid a tribute to the philosophy of Sanatan, today Sanatan, a way of life, is under fierce attack. All of this at a time when we swear by the Constitution and call the Constitution under attack. Those who complain are the ones who are attacking. The latest offensive from the India Alliance is coming from DMK after Priyank Kharge, Siddaramaiah and Parmeshwara. Now A. Raja has compared Sanatan Dharma with HIV and leprosy. Ironically, this attack is coming in on Janmashtami when the whole of India and even the top leaders of Bloc India have prayed to Lord Krishna. Listen in to the volley of insults lobbed at Sanatan by the opposition leaders who call themselves India.
உதயநிதி ஸ்டாலின் அவர்கள் மென்மையாகத்தான் சொன்னார், மலேரியா போல டெங்கு போல ஒழிக்க வேண்டும் என்று. மலேரியாவுக்கும் டெங்குக்கும் சோசியல் ஸ்டிக்மா இல்லை, அது ஒரு அருவருப்பா சமூகம் பார்க்காது. அருவருவாக பார்க்குற ஒரு சனாதனத்தை சொல்லணும்னா முறைப்படி ஒரு காலத்தில் தொழுநோய் இருந்தது, இப்போ ஹெச்ஐவி இருந்தது. எங்களை பொறுத்தவரை ஹெச்ஐவி தொழுநோயை போல ஹெச்ஐவி போல சமூக அவலம் நிறைந்த ஒரு நோயாகத்தான் நம்ம பார்க்கணும்.
Any religion which does not give you equal rights, does not treat you like humans, is not a religion. So it's as good as a disease.
Hindu Dharma ಯಾವಾಗ ಹುಟ್ಟಿತು, ಯಾರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸಿದ್ರು ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ, ತೆಗೆದಿಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್.
ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಬಿಚ್ಚಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು.
Which religion doesn't have some or the other bad practices? But Sanatan slander has split the opposition ranks. While some stood by these remarks, other top lieutenants rushed in for damage control. Listen in.
Who are these people who had kept people on an unequal footing? Who are these people who did not allow the society to be equal? So it's pretty, they should introspect, not me.
The Indian National Congress has always believed in Sarva Dharma Samabhav, wherein every religion, every faith has its space. No one can treat any particular faith as less than another faith. There is no need to raise these issues.
It is they who are making the controversy. There is no controversy in my statement. All I said is, who is the founder? Is it wrong? I may be, less read than those people, right? All I'm asking is, who is the founder of Hinduism? That's all I said. Is it wrong?
इस देश में लगभग 90 करोड़ हिंदू रहते हैं, देश के बाहर भी रहते हैं, पूरे विश्व में रहते हैं. सभी की भावना है, सभी के धर्म है, सभी की आस्था है और श्रद्धा और अंधश्रद्धा का विषय है.
भारत गुलाम किसके समय में हुआ? अब टीका लगा के घूमने वाले ने भारत को गुलाम बनवाया था। अब टीका लगा के घूमने वाले ने भारत को गुलाम बनवाया था। अब टीका लगा के घूमने वाले ने भारत को गुलाम बनवाया था। और फिर कैसे भारत गुलाम हो जाए राज्य मंदिर करने का प्रयास कर रहा है निर्माणियों संग्राहियों।
The BJP has now hit out at the opposition alliance, saying it has insulted the entire nation. Listen in.
The country and all Indians are disgusted by this kind of statement और मुझे लगता है इनको जनता के सामने जवाब देना पड़ेगा।
उनका कहना है कि सनातन धर्म का विनाश होना चाहिए, सनातन धर्म पूर्ण रूप से नष्ट हो जाना चाहिए। यही है इंडिया गठबंधन का असली चेहरा। ये एक गुट 28 दलों की देश को विनाश के पथ पे ले जाने के लिए।
जो लोग सनातन को खत्म करना चाहेंगे वो खुद खत्म हो जाएंगे। 5 दिन हो गए राहुल गांधी, लालू यादव, नीतीश कुमार की जुबान बंद क्यों सनातन के खत्म करने पर?
But are these parties of India against Sanatan? Let's remind you how their top netas have repeatedly played the Hindu card. But today, they are conspicuously silent. Before the 2023 Madhya Pradesh polls, Kamal Nath organized the Ram Katha, hosted Dhirendra Shastri. Before the 2017 Madhya Pradesh polls, Congress said Rahul is a Janeudhari Brahmin. Before 2017 Gujarat polls, Rahul Gandhi went temple hopping and claimed he's a devotee of Lord Shiva. Before 2022 Delhi civic polls, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal demanded Ganesh Lakshmi pictures on currency notes. After winning 2019 Delhi polls, Kejriwal visited Hanuman Mandir after second term win. And before the 2021 Bengal polls, Mamata Banerjee even recited the Chandi Path, saying, I'm a Hindu. Very existence of Shiv Sena founder Bal Thackeray projected as Hindu Hriday Samrat. Where are all of these people, and do they stand with the statements made by A. Raja of the DMK today, who called Sanatan Dharma as leprosy and HIV? So, ladies and gentlemen, what explains this rush to woo the Hindu vote ahead of elections? The legitimate question is this hypocrisy by Chunavi Hindus today who are silent, and all those who have said that they are Hindus when it is election time? That's the question we're asking on the NewsHour tonight.
You're watching the NewsHour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson of the BJP. Sabha Naqvi, Senior Journalist. Dr. Naval Kishore, National Spokesperson of the RJD. There is Salim Dharani Dharan, spokesperson of the DMK. My first question, of course, goes to Dr. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, leader of the Congress party. And Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, my question to you is just simply this. Bharat Jodo Yatra was a promise to this country that it was the beginning of Mohabbat Ki Dukaan. You and your leader would be spreading love in this country. Today, it's a very straight question. Why is Mr. Rahul Gandhi silent? Is it because he agrees with the DMK views on this? That Sanatan is like dengue, malaria, leprosy, HIV. Are these statements that the Congress party stands supporting? And if they don't, why haven't they spoken yet?
Navika, it's very good to have an opinion on any topic, but I believe it is not right to be judgmental on anything. Whether Rahul Gandhi or the Congress party subscribes to the views expressed by some of the Dravidian leaders, that is another question absolutely, because there are two parts to the entire debate. You must understand how the Dravidian political parties are coming up from the times of Periyar, and there is a second part to the debate of what exactly Sanatan Dharma of today has transferred itself or transformed itself. There is a difference. You know, let me quote from the Gita when Arjuna told Sri Krishna about when the clan is vitiated, the Sanatan Dharmas of the clan are destroyed. What does that signify? We all saw, we all observed Lord Hanuman as a bhakti of Lord Ram. Today what we are seeing a Lord Hanuman as an angry Hanuman. We are seeing Lord Ram as an angry Ram. This is the way that the Sanatan Dharma has transformed itself because of the hypocritical or the dukandars or the thekadars of the Hindu religion out here, like the BJP and the RSS and their Sangh Parivar parties. Now there is a difference to what I am saying out here, whether I subscribe to what the DMK party leaders have said or not. No, I never subscribed to that. I also opposed when people were criticizing Islam as a religion, bringing out this and that from the holy book to ridicule and vilify a particular religion. Similarly, I also say out here that we have no right to ridicule or criticize any particular religion where millions of people are following that faith. But of course, I will say with authority on your channel that I will of course criticize the Sanatan Dharma that is being practiced by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, by the BJP, by the RSS and the Sangh Parivar out here. Because when you say that Sanatan Dharma is eternal, of course there is no source of Sanatan Dharma till date, and nobody can say with correction that that Sanatan Dharma originated from it. Now you must understand that right from 19th century the Sanatan Dharma has been used to signify Hinduism as a religion, distinct from other religions. It used to evoke a certain homogeneity in Hinduism without specifying how exactly that homogeneity is constituted. It's a collection of faith, collection of belief system that is come out here. Sanatan Dharma, to me, as I've learned from my childhood, is all encompassing. We worship Durga Puja out here, we worship Lakshmi, we worship
on Sanatan Dharma. I'm only asking you, are you in line with what Mr. A. Raja has said today? I have a very short question. And why, if you think that Sanatan Dharma is like leprosy and HIV, do you agree with that statement or will you condemn it? Yes or no?
No, it's a simple no to the Sanatan Dharma of the millions of ages that has come down. But of course, I will condemn those people who practice Sanatan Dharma, who worship Lord Hanuman as an angry Hanuman.
Everything has a qualification. Sudhanshu Trivedi, ये एक लाइन में ये भी नहीं कह सकते कि जो बोला गया गलत है. They will have, you know, no, we don't support, but this, but that, but BJP. So they have to oppose BJP in the bargain. They can't even say that denigrating another person's faith is not the right thing to do, even if it is part of Dravidian politics. Sudhanshu Trivedi, your response.
First, I would like to say, if this type of conference is organized, it's not a statement. The conference is eradication of Sanatan Dharma. Then Sanatan Dharma is like dengue, forget about that. Then Sanatan Dharma is HIV and other. With due humility, I would like to ask, if a conference would have been organized, eradication of Islam, eradication of Christianity, what would have been the result? नवल किशोर जी, आपको ध्यान हो, ये गाना है ना, आरा हिले, छपरा हिले, पटना हिले ला. अगर ऐसा हो जाता ना तो दिल्ली हिले, लंदन हिले, न्यूयॉर्क हिले ला. But right now it's a soothing silence on the secular front. It's all we कहते हैं ना, it's all quiet on the western front, it's all quiet on the secular front. Because condemning, and it is a systematic design, it's not happening for the first time. It is from the Mr. Chandrasekhar, the education minister of Bihar, then Swami Prasad Maurya, then Mr. Parameshwar, home minister of Karnataka, then Satish Jarkioli has said several months back, Hindu Shabd Ganda hai, PWD minister of Karnataka, and now Mr. Udaynidhi, and now Mr. A. Raja, and now Jagdanand Singh. Yet the sequence है साहब, it's not be that much easy to say, but I would like to say, those who want to put the thing in this way, I would just like to ask कि आपको इसमें इतना प्रॉब्लम नजर आता है as far as सनातन धर्म is concerned. इसकी शुरुआत कब हुई? तो I would like to quote, the biggest cosmologist of the contemporary world is Mr. Carl Sagan, who has composed the message of the first human-made object which has gone beyond solar system, that was Voyager 1, which was launched in 1978. For the extraterrestrial civilization he has composed. So you can understand the level of cosmologist, the greatest cosmologist. He said that only the cosmological calculation of ancient Hindus matches with the modern world. Because as per our belief, this earth is created 1.97 billion years before. And it is the word of Carl Sagan that the other religious beliefs, some think that 7,000 years before the world was created, some think 14,000 years before the world was created, some even think 30,000 years before the world was created. Nobody has touched lakh, and it is 1.97 billion, and as per our belief, the universe is of the age of 31 trillion years. Sir, आप 1000 में टिक गए थे, कहां पहुंचेंगे आप? Because in our calculation, zero is also there and infinity is also there. So it is infinite. And Fritz Capra, the great Austrian scientist, has said that the perpetual and creation of universe is like the cosmic dance of Shiva, which is there depicted on the Sun Laboratory, which is the biggest scientific laboratory of the world at Europe, which has discovered the Higgs boson, the fundamental particle. तो सर इसीलिए सनातन कहते हैं. And even Carl Sagan has said the concept of multiverse and multi-universe, the parallel universe are creating and destructing. It's only in Sanatan Dharma. अगर आपको ध्यान हो, हनुमान जी गए थे तो उन्होंने क्या जवाब दिया था रावण को? जासु अंश उपजय गुण खानी अगणित उमा रमा ब्रह्मानी. इनफाइनाइट ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश क्रिएट होते रहते हैं. सर इसीलिए आपकी समझ से बाहर है ये समझ पाना कि व्हेन इट वाज क्रिएटेड, एंड वो ये तो लिमिटेड वर्ड में आते थे इसलिए. एंड वन मोर थिंग, ही वाज हैविंग सम प्रॉब्लम विद एंग्री हनुमान. आई वुड लाइक टू से यस, at one particular point of time it is required. हमारे जितने भगवान है, कोई ऐसा भगवान नहीं है जिसके हाथ में एक अस्त्र ना हो. हनुमान जी के हाथ में गदा है, शंकर जी के हाथ में त्रिशूल है, रामचंद्र जी के हाथ में धनुष है, तो कृष्ण जी के हाथ में सुदर्शन चक्र है, तो दुर्गा जी के हाथ में खड्ग है. मगर अफसोस कि आप ये कहते हैं कि ये वायरस और कोरोना और इनके लिए, तो मैं कहना चाहता हूं जिनको नहीं समझ में आता, बड़े बड़े साइंटिस्टों को समझ में आता है कि सनातन में क्या नॉलेज है, और जिसे नहीं समझ में आता वायरस उसके अंदर है. एंड दीज आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ वायरस, नाविका जी. वन इज अ मैकॉले वायरस ऑफ द 19th century, and other is a Marxist virus of the 20th century, which has been so embedded in the mind, which has created such a level of inferiority complex. I would like to remind, 1996 में सुषमा स्वराज जी ने 13 दिन के सरकार पे बोला था कि इस देश में सेकुलरिज्म की परिभाषा यह है कि आप हिंदू होने पे ग्लानि का अनुभव करिए और हिंदू धर्म को गाली दीजिए, तब आप बुद्धिजीवी कहलाएंगे. बट अफसोस आप तब मानते थे वो हमारा मैक्सिमम है. आज हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. द थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग, द टाइम इज ट्रांसेंडिंग, बट यू आर अनेबल टू रीड द राइटिंग ऑन द वॉल.
Well, let me ask you, Naval Kishore ji. Naval Kishore ji, these are pictures that I am holding in my hand. लालू जी तिलक लगाए हैं और वो पूजा याचना कर रहे हैं. यहाँ लालू जी ने अपने सिर पर भी यहाँ तिलक लगाया है, नीतीश जी के साथ खड़े हैं. उधर तेजस्वी जी भी सनातन धर्म को मानते हैं, उनके माथे पर टीका लग रहा है तो उन्होंने आदर सत्कार की तरह इस तरह अपना सर भी पकड़ा है. यानी कि सनातन धर्म क्या है सबको पता है, लेकिन आप ही के मंत्री जगदानंद जी कहते हैं टीका लगाने वाले इस देश को गुलाम बना गए. आई वांट टू आस्क यू, is this the level that we are going to go to just because it is election season? I have no problem in your secular credentials and in your manifesto and your opposition of the BJP. It's your right to do that. My only question to you tonight is, the party which says that the constitution is in danger by the BJP and therefore we are the alternative, are they today not insulting the constitution itself by questioning Sanatan Dharma? Because all the symbols of Sanatan Dharma are also part of the constitution. I just want to ask you very humbly this question, Naval Kishore.
देखिए नाविका जी, how conveniently you said your secularism. जो सेकुलरिज्म पूरे ये देश का है, भाजपा के डर से आप आवर सेकुलरिज्म भी नहीं बोल पाते हैं।
नहीं, पर आपका
ये तो
सेक्युलरिज्म
सच्चाई है।
सनातन को गाली देकर आता है, इसीलिए योर सेक्युलरिज्म बोला।
नहीं, सनातन को गाली देने का मतलब नहीं है। सनातन में जो कुरीतियां हैं, इसका मतलब है सुधांशु जी,
आई एग्री विद यू, कुरीतियां हर धर्म में है। देयर आर मैल प्रैक्टिसेस इन एवरी रिलीजन माय फ्रेंड, and any malpractices should be done away with, whether it is Sanatan Dharma, whether it is any other religion, it should be done away. I am supporting you on that. But tell me in one sentence, where did anybody say कि कुरीतियों को हटा दीजिए? कहां जगदानंद जी ने कहा कि कुछ टीके वालों ने ऐसा किया कि देश को गुलाम बना दिया? उन्होंने कहा टीके वालों ने, कुछ टीके वालों को नहीं कहा उन्होंने। और ना ए राजा ने कहा कुछ सनातन धर्मी जो है वो लेप्रेसी वाले हैं, वो कोड़ वाले हैं। He said the entire Sanatan Dharma. Therefore, I am asking you once again, do not give me the explanation of malpractices, because this was a blanket statement.
एक टीकाधारी यूपी में भी था जिसने कहा कि शिक्षा मंत्री का सर लाओ तो 10 लाख रुपया देंगे, और वो अपने आप को धार्मिक गुरु,
वो वाला टीकाधारी गलत है भाई। I have no problem in saying वो टीकाधारी गलत है अगर ऐसा कहा।
तो फिर कौन,
आप सबको क्यों कह रहे हैं?
नहीं, सबको कौन कह रहा? आप बात कीजिएगा, बात समझिएगा तब तो। यू आर नॉट रेडी टू लिसन, यू वांट टू फ्रेम ए नैरेटिव एंड दैट इज योर कंपल्सन। वी हैव नो प्रॉब्लम। यू वांट टू ब्रेक इंडिया, यू वांट टू, आपको ये क्या कोइंसिडेंस है कि 2 दिन पहले भारत का इस्तेमाल करिए तब ये देश आगे बढ़ेगा, मोहन भागवत कहते हैं, और आ जाता है भारत पे डिबेट आ जाता है। ये क्या कोइंसिडेंट है कि 2015 में कहते हैं कि रिजर्वेशन को की समीक्षा की जानी चाहिए, 2 दिन पहले कहते हैं भेदभाव रहेगा तब तक आरक्षण रहेगा। अरे भागवत जी, आप भेदभाव तो पूरे जगह है, आप निजी क्षेत्र में, न्यायपालिका में, ये मीडिया में आरक्षण क्यों नहीं लागू करवा देते हैं? आप तो कहते हैं और सरकार मान लेती है।
This is the reality of Dr. Navika Kumar, you're changing the subject. No, you're changing the subject, and you're blaming me for the narrative. No. You're blaming me for the narrative. Let me get in Sabha Naqvi. Sabha Naqvi, who is setting the narrative, and is this the narrative which will get the India alliance the desired, run for the top job in the 2024 elections? Because this narrative clearly is not the Mohabbat ki dukaan that was promised, or this narrative, does it suit those who say that constitution is under threat under the BJP?
So, Navika, there are various aspects to it. I would not at all get into explaining Sanatan Dharma or any dharma for that matter. Exactly. Like you, I'm a political journalist. So I have observed over politics, and very nice to catch up with my old friend Sudhanshu and to hear him make a speech just now, because he would remember that in Uttar Pradesh, when Bahujan Samaj Party emerged, what was the language? Should I repeat it tonight? I'll be offended. Do you remember Tilak, Tarazu? Anyway, forget all that. What was the language? There is a history in our country beyond faith of assertion by subaltern communities of certain castes. It's a very, very valid question, because there is a chaos within the India Alliance. There is a section which would not like this to be flagged. But the DMK has dug in its heels, and they're going to flag it because this is their politics, and they don't see any losses for them, regardless of what you might say. The DMK's history, if you study it, and is a history of assertion in the 1960s. By the late 1960s, the DMK was in power in Tamil Nadu. Mandal came to the Hindi belt, and I mean UP and Bihar, only in the 1990s. So this is politics in our country, and there is the beauty of India and the beauty of Hinduism, if you'd allow me to say, is that there are no absolute truths. There is a lot of fluidity, and we have seen assertion. But I entirely agree with you, it does create a problem for certain members of the India Alliance. So for the DMK to take the pitch up higher is debatable. But what I'm also intrigued by, Navika, is when I see that from Karnataka we are getting voices, and we should look at the caste of those who are speaking in what kind of voices. So are we seeing a north-south divide within the India alliance? I don't know. I mean, but then you have Lalu Prasad Yadav and Nitish Kumar, and I have covered Bihar extensively, and Laluji always would celebrate Krishna Janmabhoomi. Krishna Janmabhoomi, I'm saying Janmashtami, always. But he would also be cooking.
Absolutely. Chhat Puja, Janmashtami, Holi. We've seen Laluji celebrating all of this. So my only point, Mr. Salam Dharanidharan, is this. Whatever Dravidian politics and whatever beliefs you have the right to your beliefs. My only question is public statements which may be hurtful, because freedom of speech is also not an absolute freedom as per our constitution. But general statements of this kind, denigrating other religions, is this what the India Alliance has to offer?
Hi, thank you for having me on the show. I hope I'll not be muted or not interrupted. So the first and the foremost thing is I would like to say DMK as a party is not against religion. And DMK is not against any religion. DMK has done more to Hinduism than any other party. If I have to reiterate, DMK is the first party to introduce pension to the priest, and our leader, as soon as coming to power in 2021, increased the pension for the priest. And Tamil Nadu has one of the best maintained temples in whole of India, if you look at it. In fact, even UP government was pulled up last year for temples not being maintained properly. And also in 1980s, our former Chief Minister Kalaniyar went on a hunger dharma against MGR when he found there was corruption in temple management, right? And we also legislated a law which ensured that people of all castes could be priests. Okay. But what we are actually against is that inequality within the religion. We are against the discrimination based on caste, right? Okay. We are based on discrimination based on birth. We are against discrimination based on gender. So when we speak against Sanatan Dharma, we are not speaking against Hinduism. We are only saying things that are in Sanatan Dharma. Even Ambedkar has said, I'll read out what Ambedkar has said on written. He said that the root cause of my misery and that of millions of Dalits is Sanatan Dharma. Right? Well, he says it can't be eternal.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
And it has to change.
The DMK
right?
says they are taking on where Dr. Ambedkar left it. Please respond to Mr. Dharanidharan.
Okay. I think the problem is this virus, which doesn't want to clarify what the fact is. Dr. Ambedkar has said that he is having some problem of casteism. That's why he left Hindu Dharma and adopted Bauddha Dharma. This is half truth. He has also given an elaboration why he has not went to Christianity and Islam. He was one of the most learned leaders of the time. He has done PhD from the two top-class universities of the world at the time, London School of Economics and Columbia University. And he was having 35. Sir, he has written categorically, let me complete my sentence, sir. He has categorically written that the discrimination in Islam is much more than what is in Hinduism. There he says that the discrimination is of that level. Even they do not tolerate, they do not discriminate, they just try to eliminate. Ab dekhe disturb karne lage. Fir disturb karne lage. Sir, let me complete my sentence. I challenge you. You have read the book Who Were Shudras of the Dr. Ambedkar, and in his first chapter, page number 1 and paragraph number 3, he has said that there is no connection of modern day scheduled caste with Vedic as Shudras. These people you are propagating this virus in the country. And that's why going against the wishes of Dr. Ambedkar.
We are not propagating. You are propagating the virus, spreading fake news.
He has given an elaboration of that. And he has given in this book Thoughts on Pakistan. And let me complete my sentence, then afterward you can complete. And as far as those who are saying that they were never not given opportunity, I would like to remind the report of the Thomas Munro in 1810 of the Madras Presidency says that the rate of literacy in Madras Presidency, it is the British documented record with all the district collectorate, was 95%. And Mahatma Gandhi has mentioned in 1929, when he went for the first round table conference in a lecture in Royal London Society, that India was having this much of rate of literacy, and a continuous communication with Mr. Philip Hartog of Britain continued. Mahatma Gandhi replied, and given the Thomas Munro report, ये झूठ है सरासर की पढ़ाया नहीं जाता था, और वो रिपोर्ट जाके देख लीजिए. It is submitted in 1812 House of Commons Committee of Education to the British Parliament that the Madras presidency was having 95%. तब कौन रह गया? I have seen one report.
Can I intervene?
Dated 3rd
Can I
of
intervene?
1823.
I have only two things.
The district
Navika,
of
I have two things.
The collector of Chengalput has submitted to the chairman board of revenue. Sir, let me complete my sentence. In that, the total number of schools in the taluka is 561. And the total number of students is 6,800 something. And out of that, the scheduled castes are having 4,800. It is a documented document of the British district magistrate in 1823. इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं, you have fallen prey to the agenda of one missionary, G.U. Pope, who has given this fake narrative of Tamil separation and Tamil race.
Can I intervene, Navika?
Yes, what's
I
your
think
point?
He's been saying
What's
the same
your
thing
point?
again and again. Can I
No,
intervene?
what's your point, Mr. Dharnidharan?
So the first and foremost, I'll tell you, Mr. Prakash Ambedkar, grandson of Mr. Ambedkar ji, told yesterday about this Sanatan Dharma. He said that it is responsible for caste-based bias. And secondly, I asked the previous BJP spokesperson.
My friend,
that
Mr. Dharnidharan, you know, you're beating around the bush. There may be the caste problems are there in Sanatan Dharma, but your alliance partners, Dr. Naval Kishore, on the show, Naval Kishore ji, आप तो जाति जनगणना कराना चाहते हैं, आपको तो जातियों से ही फायदा होता है, आप जाति जनगणना को बुरा भी कहते हैं और उसी की पॉलिटिक्स भी करते हैं. ये किस तरह की हिपोक्रेसी है?
नाविका जी, ये हिपोक्रेसी ऐसा है कि बीजेपी बिहार में कहती है, बीजेपी यूनिट बिहार, की जातीय जनगणना होनी चाहिए, और शिष्टमंडल में आकर केंद्र में कहती है कि नहीं होना चाहिए. ये वही बीजेपी है जिसका दोहरा चरित्र है. आप हिपोक्रेट अपोजिशन को बोलते हैं. इनसे पूछिए कि मंडल कमीशन जब लागू हो रहा था तो वीपी सिंह की सरकार क्यों गिरा दिया इन्होंने? मंडल कमीशन में जो 52% लोगों को जो संविधान संगत हिस्सा मिलने जा रहा था, वो हिंदू नहीं थे क्या? आप क्या बात करते हैं? ये जो सारे वेद के ज्ञानी लोग कहते हैं कि हम ही हिंदुइज्म जानते हैं और सनातन धर्म जानते हैं, ये तो दलित और पिछड़ा को हिंदू मानते ही नहीं है, ये तो अछूत मानते हैं. मुख्यमंत्री बनने के बाद भी अगर जाते हैं मंदिर में तो मंदिर को धुलवाते हैं. यूपी के मुख्यमंत्री अपना आवाज धुलवाते हैं. इसके पहले का जो मुख्यमंत्री था पिछड़ा था. ये किस तरह का ढोंगपन है? और यही टीकाधारी लोग, ढोंगी लोग, पाखंडी लोग की बात कर रहे हैं जगता बाबू, अगर आप ध्यान से उसको सुनेंगे तो इसलिए इस बात का क्या?
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी रिस्पॉन्ड. सुधांशु त्रिवेदी रिस्पॉन्ड.
आप बता दीजिए
भाई,
उनका क्या रोल है?
मेरे भाई नवल किशोर जी, अरे भाई, लेट मी कंप्लीट द सेंटेंस, जस्ट 2 sentences. नवल किशोर जी, हाँ, अरे बिल्कुल जवाब दे रहा हूं, कास्ट सेंसस पे भी जवाब दे रहा हूं.
आप तो सेंसस ही बंद कर दिए. आप सेंसस ही रोक दिए.
9 साल तक कौन बैठा रहा मंडल की रिपोर्ट पे? अरे भाई सुनिए मेरी बात. अरे भाई, आप बोल रहे तो मैंने डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया सर. लेट्स डू जस्टिस टू द व्यूअर्स सो दैट दे शुड. अच्छा बोल लीजिए. अच्छा बोल लीजिए.
नहीं, आप एक बात तो बोल सकते हैं, पूरा दुनिया का बात आपने बोल दिया. Why are you ashamed of saying that?
चलिए मैं जवाब देता हूं.
Okay, you asked the question, he is responding.
मैं जवाब देता हूं.
You asked the question, he is responding. Sudhanshu ji.
Now you are repeating, sir. Naval Kishore ji, on the issue of caste census, the last caste census was done in 1931. हाँ, मैं जवाब दे रहा हूं, सुनिए तो. 1931 में लास्ट कास्ट सेंसस हुई. उसके बाद नेहरू ने कहा कि कास्ट सेंसस नहीं होनी चाहिए, लोहिया ने कहा कास्ट सेंसस नहीं. आप बोलिए नेहरू गलत थे और लोहिया गलत थे, बोलिए.
कितना
इट वाज द विजन ऑफ द नेहरू, अंबेडकर एंड लोहिया दैट देयर शुड नॉट बी कास्ट सेंसस. आज आप कहिए नेहरू गलत थे, लोहिया गलत थे, अंबेडकर गलत थे. मैं जवाब देने को तैयार हूं. बोलिए, बोलिए,
फिर से पढ़िए.
आप देखिए गायब
मंडल कमीशन. अरे सुनिए तो, कितना झूठ बोलिएगा?
अरे बोलिए ना, they were wrong. I am ready to respond you.
You are bunch of, आप क्या रिस्पॉन्ड कीजिएगा? मंडल कमीशन.
You know, I am not interested in going back Mandal Commission. I'm not interested in giving you so much of space only to discuss what happened in the 1990s. My question tonight is, this is the alliance that said that they will bring different politics. This is the alliance they said that hate should end and love and peace in the country and protection of the constitution was their agenda. I want to ask you, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, is this the politics of love that is being practiced?
Yes.
Is this the protection of the constitution that has begun with these kind of statements?
नाविका, my leader Rahul Gandhi has already said कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी और उनका संघ परिवार ने पूरा देश में केरोसिन फेंक रखा है. अब एक चिंगारी का देरी है कि पूरा देश शोला में बदल जाए.
नहीं तो चिंगारी कौन डालेगा? चिंगारी कौन डालेगा? नो जो चिंगारी डालेगा उसकी कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है.
Let me explain to you.
No, I don't want a long explanation. I want to ask you simply one question. Are these statements a demonstration of the politics of love? Yes or no?
Ma'am, Navika, you are getting spooked with my statement. I can understand where you come from. But the Prime Minister of the country in a cabinet meeting failed to discuss about the hate speeches in the country, failed to discuss about the mob lynching that are going on. But he has got the time.
What about Sabha Naqvi, is this the brand of politics that is being given by the India Alliance? And is this really the alternative that they are offering to the people of the country? Will this work for the India Alliance, or is it giving the advantage to the BJP? I just want a analysis of what they're doing. Unmute yourself, Sabha. Unmute yourself, Sabha.
I'm sorry, I muted it. I personally believe that there are parts of India where they believe that they will use this effectively. However, we are living in a different age. The Mandal age is over. And it's interesting what is happening to me intellectually. But there is one thing that I wonder how far the BJP will also take this issue. Because many of those statements, such as that made by Mr. Kharge's son, he's saying any religion that preaches hatred, you cannot accept it as a religion. He's not attacking anyone. And the other point, Mr. Sudhanshu ji started off in his opening remarks. He said that he blamed the liberals and so on and so forth, and the Marxists and all. And then he said that had such a call been made against Islam and Christianity, there would be an outrage. But Mr. Trivedi does know that such calls are made regularly out on the outskirts of Delhi about Islam and all, but I'm not going there. What has been said here, it is the decision of the BJP ecosystem to play up the statement of Udayanidhi Stalin, because it is par for the course for Tamil politicians to speak like this. The occasion was a book release. The DMK and its founder origins have been saying far more, because it did begin as a caste assertion of the subaltern communities. It began as an
So what's okay for Dravidian politics is not okay for the rest of the country. How does this impact the alliance at a national level?
I think it creates contradictions, and you're right about that. I think it creates a problem for the Uddhav Sena, for sure. Certainly, as you pointed out in your introduction.
ये बोलने में नवल किशोर जी आपको दिक्कत है?
बिल्कुल दिक्कत नहीं है. आप ये बोलने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है कि हिंदू का नाम लेकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी का उदय हुआ है और अब कमल कीचड़ में नहीं खिलता है. अब कमल जो है आग में खिलता है. या भाजपा ने पिछले 10 साल में दिखा दिया. मणिपुर उदाहरण है.
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी रिस्पॉन्ड.
क्या नहीं
दिल्ली उदाहरण है उसका.
First, I would like to respond to Sabha. Madam, it was not an isolated statement given by anybody. Eradication of Sanatan Dharma was a conference organized by the DMK government in which the several ministers were present, and the statement was given by de facto second most powerful minister of the government. It was a government platform. So there is a huge difference between what you are saying, others, and what they are trying to say. But मैं नवल किशोर जी के लिए कहना चाहूंगा, Sir, let me complete the sentence. नवल किशोर जी, आप प्रोफेसर हैं तो कम से कम शांति से बहस करें, आपके स्टूडेंट्स पर भी अच्छा प्रभाव पड़ेगा. जगदानंद बाबू ने ये कहा,
I will not allow you saying wrong information.
What wrong information? Mr. Uday Nidhi is not the minister. He has not given a minister. And the minister of the religious places was present in that. And then what was the status of that conference?
Government function.
Uday Nidhi was there as the minister. Another minister was there. And the minister is speaking and the entire government is defending. And the entire India is defending. What you are saying?
It wasn't
so this is the fact. And again, Mr. Everybody is a part of the government. They are defending and you are trying to play double politics.
But this is the problem, sir. You can't mislead facts.
अरे भाई डिस्टर्ब करने लगते हैं. अच्छा चलिए.
The problem is misleading facts, sir. The problem is misleading facts.
They used to say these are the Dravid parties. मैंने जो भी फैक्ट बताए थे, you were unable to counter those facts, whether I have quoted the Thomas Munro report of the Madras Presidency or the Dr. Ambedkar's book.
She never gave me the time to counter the facts. That's the problem. I was not given any time.
Again, I would like to respond. Another, the biggest propaganda is DMK says its name is Dravid Munnedra Kadgam. Dravid is not a Tamil word, it is a Sanskrit word misappropriated by Britishers. It is made of two Sanskrit words. Drav means liquid, Ida means dharti, the land. It is symbolized the land covered by the water. That's why when Adi Shankaracharya went to Kashi and he's been asked to give his introduction, he says Aham Dravid Shisho Asmi. So you are using the Sanskrit word, sir, for the so-called, you should have made your name Tamil Munnedra Kadgam rather than Dravid Munnedra Kadgam. But what happened? Consistently you are unable to see what is the propaganda, what is that thing. And Uday Nidhi is having a Stalin word in the name, and your chief minister is also having a Stalin. Stalin has destroyed the mosque with the cannon. तोप लगा के मस्जिदें उड़ाई थी. Do you stand with that stand of the Stalin? Say yes or no.
Respond, Mr. Salim. The question is whether it was a government function, whether it was another function. The question is only simply, and I'm not even getting into the Dravidian beliefs here. Your religion, your party ideology is your business. My only question to you is it your business to spread or make statements that may be hurtful, because you, as the India Alliance, as a partner in the India Alliance, had said that you would offer politics of a different kind. I'm only asking you that question. What happened to your responsibility?
Navika ji, can I ask a question to Mr. Dharmi?
How is asking for social justice, equality and dignity for 90% of the population hurtful to someone? If asking for eradication based on birth, if it's hurtful, then it's not my problem nor my party's problem. When the former president Ramnath Kovind went to Puri, was not let to go inside. Each day we are getting stories from UP where Dalits are not allowed to go to temple. We are speaking for the Hindus. We are speaking for 90% of the Hindus. We want dignity for 90% of the Hindus. We want dignity for the Dalits, right? We want all Hindus to be treated equally. How is that a problem? If asking for dignity for majority of the Hindus is offending someone, then it's not my problem or anyone's problem.
Okay.
I think I'm not understood.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, last word. They say they are only talking about the drawbacks in the Sanatan Dharma. They are not talking about the Sanatan Dharma itself. Sudhanshu.
Navika ji, at the last I would like to have a peaceful statement, because I never spoke on anybody,
all
but everybody
lowered 30
when
seconds.
I was speaking because the facts were uncomfortable. So I just want to say they have nothing to do with social justice, not the other caste. Both these parties and all three parties is standing. Do they allow any person of their community to become the leader? No. Then Karunanidhi to Stalin to Udaynidhi. Forget about the other communities. Even in your community, you cannot allow anybody. It is a lollipop of social justice and everything for your family. So is the case with Naval Kishore's party. Forget about the Dalit and Savarn. Forget about OBC. अरे यादव में किसी को नहीं दी पावर. हमेशा मैं, मेरी वाइफ, मेरी बेटी, मेरा साला, मेरा दूसरा बेटा, मेरा दूसरा बेटा, मेरी बेटी. सो इट्स जातिवाद का चूरन और सारे परिवार को अपनी संपत्ति संपूर्ण. They have nothing to do with social justice, only amassing wealth. That's why I would say to the viewers that those leaders who try to portray the champions of the downtrodden, they are the richest leader of this country who has amassed the wealth of hundreds crore within a decade or less. This is the true face of so-called social justice.
Well, Naval Kishore, what is your defense?
Just I'm asking him one question. He will not let me speak. कास्ट सेंसस कराएंगे या नहीं? अभी तो बोल दें. इतना झूठ क्यों बोलते हो? इतनी डर क्यों लगती है? अपनी ही मेरे हिंदू के धर्म के ही है. जो ओबीसी है वो भी हिंदू है.
लोहिया गलत थे, मैं जवाब देने को तैयार हूं.
ओबीसी, अरे ओबीसी जो है वो भी हिंदू. मुंडे गलत थे, राजनाथ सिंह ने झूठ बोला. आप बताओ तो कितना झूठ बोलोगे? आप बताओ ना. मुंडे जी ने झूठ बोला था. मुंडे जी ने क्या बोला था?
OBC whom you made the chief minister or national president of your party.
अरे ये में दलित ओबीसी जो संघ ने किसी को अध्यक्ष बनाया. मोहन भागवत ने आप मैं आपको चैलेंज करता हूं. संघ परिवार में किसी दलित को किसी ओबीसी को अध्यक्ष बनाया. मैं आपको चैलेंज करता हूं. संघ परिवार का कोई भी मोहन भागवत किसी दलित और किसी ओबीसी को बनाया क्या? बना दीजिए ना. शर्म आती है क्या?
की बात कर रहा हूं. I am talking about power, not of the sacrifice. बताओ भाई, in the last 33 years, लालू यादव की फैमिली के बाहर कोई सीएम नहीं.
संघ परिवार.
जबकि मैं बता रहा हूं.
Who is more powerful than संघ परिवार? You
name a single OBC community.
Are you afraid?
Can you become a CM? You are Yadav also.
Powerful कौन है? Who is संघ परिवार?
अरे तो आप हैं. अरे भाई कहां भाग गए? आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द गवर्नमेंट. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द गवर्नमेंट.
अरे डरता कौन है? पूछो तो. क्यों कहते हैं?
अरे बोलिए ना, काहे घबरा रहे हैं भाई? अब यू आर नॉट बिहेविंग लाइक ए प्रोफेसर. यू आर बिहेविंग लाइक ए रैटेड चाइल्ड.
बोलते बोलते एमपी बन गए. झूठ बोलते बोलते एमपी बन गए. प्रोफेसर बनने के लिए तो
अरे भाई मैं तो
आप ऐसा.
अरे भाई कहां? अच्छा चलिए.
Don't be personal.
Now I ask you. I can quote half a dozen OBC castes whom I have given representation. Now understand. कल्याण सिंह जी, उमा भारती जी, शिवराज सिंह चौहान, बाबूलाल गौर,
कौन लोग हैं?
सुनिए, सुंदरलाल पटवा and the deputy chief minister.
You will keep fighting. The question is Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, I come back to you. One question: Is this the changed format of politics that the India Alliance has to offer? One question, only one question.
Navika, the basic question that you are all forgetting out here is equality before the eyes of law. If I have got the audacity to criticize any religion, then I better have the audacity to oppose any criticism of any religion in the country. If Sudhanshu Trivedi ji's party opposes any particular religion, then I also need to oppose any opposition to any religion, because religion is beyond my logic, is beyond my criticism. It has come and evolved over the years. Hate spread in the name of religion. That's the job of the Bharatiya Janata Party, not the Indian Alliance. We from the Congress Party particularly feel that India is a land of multicultural and multi-religious society, where hate cannot be propagated.
But anytime you feel like you can say whatever you want to the Hindus, for the others, of course, rules of secularism do apply. Well, if that's your understanding, well, people will take a call, and they're watching this space. And I request, as I conclude this debate, I request all my panelists to stay breaking